Howdy, folks. Get ready for the biggest show in European football. Euro 2024 is upon us, and Germany's the proud host. The heart of Europe is going to be beaten for football. From the Brandenburg Gate to the Allianz Arena, the whole nation's ready to welcome the best of the best. This tournament's got history, it's got passion, and it's got enough drama to make a Hollywood director sweat. We're going to break down all the groups, size up the teams, and make some bold predictions. Who'll lift the trophy? Stick around, y'all, and find out. All right, folks, let's dive into Group A. Germany's the headliner here, playing on home soil. They've got a point to prove after a disappointing World Cup run, and their fans will demand nothing less than a fight for the title. Hungary's looking to relive their glory days. They've been making some noise lately, and their mix of experience and young talent could cause some upsets. Then there's Switzerland, always a tough nut to crack. They're organized, they're disciplined, and they've got a knack for grinding out results. And let's not forget Scotland, back in a major tournament after a long wait. They'll be fueled by passion and a desire to show they belong amongst Europe's elite. Germany's under pressure, no doubt about it. The weight of expectation from a nation hungry for success can be a heavy burden. But this is Germany, a team that thrives on pressure. They've got a new generation of players eager to prove themselves. Players like Musiala, Wirtz, and Havertz have the talent to light up the tournament. The key for Germany will be finding the right balance between attacking flair and defensive solidity. If they can click as a unit, they'll be a force to be reckoned with. But Group A is no cakewalk. Every match will be a battle, and Germany can't afford any slip-ups if they want to start their campaign on the right foot. Hungary's a team on the rise. They've got a talented squad spearheaded by the likes of Szoboszlai and Szalai. They'll be looking to make a statement and prove they're not just here to make up the numbers. Switzerland will be relying on their defensive resilience and tactical discipline. They're a team that's greater than the sum of its parts, and they'll be tough to break down. And then there's Scotland, bringing a passionate support with them. They'll be looking to channel the spirit of a 78 and 96 when they last graced the European stage. Group A is going to be a battle to the finish line, folks. Expect upsets, expect drama, and expect some high-quality football along the way. Hold on to your hats, folks, because Group B is where the real fireworks begin. We're talking about a showdown between some of the biggest names in international football. Spain, the masters of tiki-taka, are back with a point to prove. They're hungry to reclaim their place at the top of the European game, but standing in their way is the Croatian storm. These guys are known for their never-say-die attitude and a midfield that can control any game. And then there's Italy, the reigning champions. They might not be the favorites this time around, but you can never count out the Azzurri. They've got a knack for peaking at the right time. And let's not forget about Albania. They're the underdogs in this group, but they'll be eager to make a name for themselves on the big stage. Spain's been in a bit of a transition phase lately, but they're looking to make a statement in this tournament. They've got a good mix of youth and experience, with players like Pedri, Gavi, and Morata leading the charge. Their style of play is based on possession-based football, and they can suffocate opponents with their intricate passing and movement. But they'll need to be wary of Croatia's midfield maestros, Modric and Kovacic. These guys can dictate the tempo of a game and create chances out of nothing. Spain's defense will have their hands full. If Spain can control the midfield and find their rhythm, they'll be a tough team to beat. But they can't afford to underestimate anyone in this group. Italy's coming into this tournament as the underdogs, but don't let that fool you. This team has a rich history of defying expectations and rising to the occasion when it matters most. Remember their triumphs in the past? Those moments were built on grit, determination, and a never-say-die attitude. They've got a habit of proving people wrong. Time and again, they've shown that they can stand toe-to-toe with the best in the world. It's not just about skill, it's about heart. And Italy's got plenty of it. They might not have the star power of some of the other teams, but they make up for it with their tactical discipline and team spirit. Every player knows their role, and executes it to perfection. It's a well-oiled machine where every cog is crucial. Their defense is always rock solid, and they've got match winners in attack like Immobile and Insigne. These players have the ability to change the game in an instant, turning defense into attack with a single move. It's this balance that makes Italy a formidable opponent. They'll be relying on their experience and tactical nous to navigate through this tough group. Veterans like Chiellini and Bonucci bring a wealth of knowledge and leadership to the squad, guiding the younger players and keeping the team focused. Albania might be the underdogs, but they're not here to just make up the numbers. They've got a point to prove and a chip on their shoulder. Every match is a chance to show the world that they belong on this stage. They'll be looking to cause some upsets and show the world what they're capable of. Their fans are some of the most passionate you'll find, and that energy can be a game changer. When the crowd gets behind them, anything is possible. Group B is going to be a clash of styles, folks. Each team brings something unique to the table, and it's this diversity that makes the tournament so exciting. From Italy's tactical mastery to Spain's fluid passing game, every match will be a spectacle. We'll see if Spain can rediscover their dominance, if Italy can defy the odds again, if Croatia can live up to their potential, and if Albania can pull off some surprises. Each team has its own story, its own journey, and that's what makes this group so fascinating. One thing's for sure, it's going to be a wild ride. The fans are in for a treat, with every match promising drama, excitement, and unforgettable moments. So buckle up, because this tournament is just getting started, and it's going to be one for the history books. Well, folks, we're moving on to Group C, and it's a real humdinger. England's leading the pack, hungry for glory after coming so close in the last Euros. They've got a young and talented squad, but can they handle the pressure this time around? Denmark's standing in their way, bringing their own brand of attacking football to the party. They're a team that's not afraid to go toe-to-toe with the best of them. And then there's Serbia, a team with a history of pulling off upsets. They've got some exciting young players coming through the ranks, and they'll be looking to make a splash. And let's not forget Slovenia. They might be the underdogs in this group, but they're a team that's capable of grinding out results. Group C is going to be a tight one, folks, with every point fiercely contested. England's got a squad that's bursting with talent. Players like Saka, Foden, and Bellingham are some of the most exciting young players in world football. They've got pace, they've got skill, and they've got a hunger to win. But the big question is, can they handle the pressure of a major tournament? England's had their fair share of heartbreak in the past, and they'll need to show they've learned from those experiences. Their defense has been a bit shaky at times, and they'll need to tighten up at the back if they want to go all the way. But if they can find their rhythm and play with the kind of freedom and confidence they've shown in glimpses, they'll be a force to be reckoned with. Denmark's a team that's always fun to watch. Led by the midfield maestro, Christian Eriksen, they play an attractive brand of attacking football. They're not afraid to take risks, and they've got the players to hurt any team on their day. Serbia's a team that's known for its fighting spirit. They're a tough team to break down, and they've got some talented players in attack, such as Dusan Vlahovic and Aleksandar Mitrovic, who can punish teams on the counterattack. They'll be looking to frustrate England and Denmark and nick a result here and there. Slovenia's the underdog in this group, but they're a team that's capable of pulling off a surprise. They're a well-organized side that's tough to break down, and they'll be looking to make life difficult for the bigger teams. Group C's got it all, folks. Attacking flair, defensive resilience, and a whole lot of passion. It's going to be a fascinating group to watch unfold. Section 1, Group D, the French Connection. Well, folks, hold on to your berets, because Group D is where things get real interesting. We're talking about France, the reigning world champions, strutting their stuff. They've got a team loaded with talent, from Mbappe's speed to Benzema's finishing. But don't think for a second it's going to be a walk in the park for Les Bleus. They're up against some tough competition. The Netherlands, also known as Holland, is back with a vengeance after missing out on the last World Cup. Austria's no slouch either. They've been quietly building a solid team and could surprise a few folks. And then there's Poland, led by the one and only Robert Lewandowski, one of the best strikers in the world. Group D is stacked, y'all. It's going to be a battle royale for those top 2 spots. Section 2, the Dutch resurgence. The Netherlands, they're like a sleeping giant that's finally woken up. They've got a new generation of players led by the likes of De Jong and De Ligt, who are ready to make their mark on the world stage. Their manager, Louis van Gaal, is a tactical mastermind, and he's got the Dutch playing that classic total football that's always a joy to watch. They're going to be a tough team to beat, but they're going to have to be at their best to get past France. The French are the team to beat in this tournament, and they're not going to give up their crown easily. Section 3, Austrian resilience and Polish firepower. Austria is a team that often flies under the radar, but don't let that fool you. They've got a well-organized team that's tough to break down. David Alaba, their captain, is a world-class player who can control a game from midfield. They might not have the star power of France or the Netherlands, but they're more than capable of holding their own. And then there's Poland, a team that always seems to punch above its weight in major tournaments. With Lewandowski leading the line, they've always got a chance to score goals. He's a goal-scoring machine, and if he gets hot, Poland can beat anyone. Group D is going to be a roller coaster ride, folks. Buckle up and enjoy the show. Well, folks, we're heading into the business end of the group stage with Group E. And this one's got a real heavyweight clash in store for us. Belgium, the #1 ranked team in the world, is looking to finally live up to their potential and win a major tournament. They've got a squad that's stacked with world-class talent, from De Bruyne's pinpoint passes to Lukaku's lethal finishing. But their golden generation is aging, and they'll be feeling the pressure to deliver this time around. They're up against some tricky opponents, though. Ukraine's a team that's always tough to beat, and they'll be looking to spring an upset. Slovakia's got a history of punching above their weight in major tournaments. And Romania, while not the force they once were, can't be counted out either. Group E is going to be a test of Belgium's mettle. Ukraine's a team that's built on resilience and determination. They might not have the individual stars of some of the other teams in this group, but they make up for it with their teamwork and organization. They're led by their talismanic captain, Yarmolenko, who's always a threat in attack, and they've got a solid defense that's tough to break down. Don't be surprised if they cause a few upsets along the way. Slovakia is another team that's known for their fighting spirit. They've got a knack for grinding out results, even when they're not playing their best. Marek Hamsik might be in the twilight of his career, but he's still a class act who can control a game. And they've got some promising young players coming through the ranks who will be looking to make a name for themselves on the big stage. Group F is another one of those groups that's got the potential to throw up some surprises. Portugal, led by the legendary Cristiano Ronaldo, will be the favorites to top the group. They've got a good mix of youth and experience, and they'll be looking to add the European Championship trophy to their collection after winning it back in 2016. But Turkey's a team that's always dangerous, especially in major tournaments. They've got a habit of exceeding expectations, and they'll be looking to make a deep run this time around. The Czech Republic, formerly known as Czechia, has a proud history in this competition, and there'll be no pushovers. And then there's Georgia, making their debut in the European Championship. They're the underdogs of the group, but they'll be eager to show the world what they can do. Group F is going to be a fascinating watch. Turkey's a team that always seems to play with a point to prove. They've got a talented squad with a good mix of youth and experience, and they're led by their charismatic coach, Şenol Güneş, who knows how to get the best out of his players. They'll be looking to build on their impressive performance in the last European Championship, where they reached the semifinals. They'll be a tough team to beat. The Czech Republic's a team that's always tough to break down. They've got a well-drilled defense and a knack for nicking goals on the counterattack. Patrick Schick is their main man in attack. They might not be the most glamorous team in the tournament, but they're effective, and they'll be looking to use their experience to their advantage in this group. Don't be surprised if they cause a few upsets along the way. Well, folks, there you have it. Our predictions for Euro 2024 are officially in the books. We've seen the groups, sized up the teams, and now it's time for the real fun to begin. From the group stages to those nail-biting knockout rounds, it's going to be a wild ride. Who will rise to the occasion? Who will crumble under pressure? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, this tournament's going to be one for the ages. So grab your jerseys, warm up your vocal cords, and get ready to cheer your hearts out. Because this summer, it's all about the beautiful game, and it's going to be glorious. Thanks for joining us, y'all. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for more football madness.